morning, everybody, and welcome. Today, we're honored to speak with the CEO of UNI, Italy's national standardization body. We'll explore the origins of UNI, its role in today's world, and we'll take a behind-the-scene look at what it means to lead such an important organization. Thank you for joining us, and let's dive right in.
Okay, so to start off, could you briefly tell us how UNI was founded and what its core principles are?
Yes, UNI was founded after the First World War, and as all the national standards bodies at European level, it started in the mechanical field. So the purpose initially was to define standards for interoperability between products of mechanics. It was in 1921.
How would you describe UNI's vision today and how has it changed over time?
Oh yeah, now UNI has changed a lot after more than 100 years. We are more focused on societal problems and maintaining obviously the attention on the industries. So after mechanics we have chemical, we have construction industry, all the field of economics are taken into account. But today there are lots of items relating to aspects for consumers, for also climate change, for example, very important. So we are really focused on societal problems.
Can you give us an overview of how UNI is structured and who the key players are within the organization?
Yes, it's a good question, because what is very important in an organization as standardization is to have all the players that contribute to the definition of standards. That means that we have to manage with an internal structure, obviously, all these key players of the Italian economy in order to let them participate. So key players are industry, are professionals, but also institutions, research centers and consumer association and so on. So they are mixing together and working to define standards at national, European and international level, and international dimension is more and more important. So UNI is some kind of bridge between the national market and the global market to help the Italian industries to contribute at European level and at international level.
Okay. Now, how does UNI support companies and institutions, and what kind of impact that is it aim to have?
Yes, it's related of what I just said before, and we are supportive in order to make the knowledge, the competencies at national level to define standards which are the best standards possible all over the world, taking into account the Italian real market. That means not only, as I said, industries, but also institutions, research centers, and professional in Italy works a lot with us. And we are giving our knowledge. The Italian market is a very strong market in the world, and we can really help at European level and international level.
And looking for the future, what are UNI's main goals and how do you plan to reach them?
Yeah, I can say that there are, for the future, that obviously we are focused on the market needs. The real problem today is to be time to market, because the evolution of the society and technologies is so fast that sometimes it is difficult if we maintain the kind of processes that we were using in the past to fulfill the requirement of the new technologies. To have a standard on time, especially in these last years, it's impressive how we have an evolution in IT, but not only IT, also bioproducts related to circular economy, and you need to provide standard in all these fields very fast. From one side you have to have the right competencies, and from the other side to be time to market to provide solutions. Even not, the market cannot work based on standards. So what is very important for us is to be time to market, define new processes, and big digital transformation. That will be the big importance of the future of standardization, is how to be digital.
Okay. What kind of challenge does UNI face in today's rapidly changing world?
Yeah, it's absolutely related of what I have said. The challenge is, for example, in digital transformation, is to understand the need of our customers, because after 100 years, obviously standards was based on paper until 20 years ago, and then now they are based on PDF, but PDF is a paper, it's the same kind of product that you are managing. What we need now is to transfer the content of the standard in digital content, that you can use the digital content in a direct way, that you can use, for example, content of standard with artificial intelligence. And all this development needs to be performed very fast in order to be attractive, because the world is changing, the world is using artificial intelligence, the world is using data, and they want to have a standard, so the contents of standard which is compatible of what they use in their company, in university, and so on. So this is the real challenge for the future.
Now, what inspired you to choose this career path, and what kind of studies or experiences led you here?
Oh yeah, thank you. And well, I am a civil engineer. So I was interested by architecture and construction and so on. And then by chance, I have a contact with standardization in construction field. And what was very interesting in this work is not just the single item of construction, for example, but it was really the value that you have in standardization, because it's a very special place where really you can share experience. It's different to what is happening around the world, not especially today that people are divided. We are really based on diversity and inclusion. We are using this term 20 years ago when nobody knows what was diversity and inclusion. We want to include people, we want to find solutions together. The value, the base value is very important. And also everything is related to social responsibility. Because standardization, that is a little bit strange as a business model, is based on, it's a voluntary approach. So you have standards, and these standards can be applied in a voluntary base. It's not compulsory. And this makes us to be aware to, it's a choice of company, of society, and to decide to follow standards. And all over the world, it is very important that these values are developed. And we are working a lot in ISO, which is the International Organization for Standardization, and UNI is 7th in the ranking, official ranking of standardization, and we want to be really present at that level to export this value, to work together in ISO and be able, especially as a European country with other European countries, that makes Europe strong at international level. This is something that we are working on, and that is what is aiming for my career. It's this international development and the value-based organization.
Okay. So what do you enjoy most about your role, and what challenges do you face?
Well, from one side, well, I'm a Director General. Director General means to have a staff of people working based on objectives. And what I enjoy a lot working with people, the relationship, finding solution together, is that, you know, it's not only how you reach the objective, but how you reach the objective. So when you are in a work environment, obviously you have economic objectives, you have projects with objectives and so on. It's good when you reach your objective, but really how you reach them, with value, with kind of relationships. And this is the important task that I am performing as Director General in UNI.
And what's a typical day like for you as a CEO of UNI?
Well, today I'm in the school, I'm doing an interview. And tomorrow I will not, I will do something else. Every day is completely different. You know, there is two levels of difference. One is the different processes that I have to follow. So I'm responsible for the production in UNI with standards. I'm responsible of international affairs with relationship and so on. But what is very interesting also is that standardization is dealing with any kind of topics. So one day I will have a meeting for, I don't know, circular economy. Then the day after I will have a meeting for aspect relating to product certification in construction. Then the day after I will have a meeting with aspect relating to food. So there is this item, around this item there are completely different persons that are working in this different sector. So every day is a different day. And I have also some role at international level. So I'm traveling a lot. I just come back from Korea. I will go in Costa Rica. And so I'm really moving a lot in order to represent Italy in all these contexts.
Yeah, okay. I imagine your job must be very demanding. If you still manage to find some free time, what do you enjoy doing outside of work? Any hobbies or passions?
Oh, yes. Oh yeah, no, yeah, you just touched something that it's really. I play piano in a rock band. And it's a fantastic experience because we have founded a band at international level. So the ISO as a band, I'm a founder of this band. And we rehearse twice a year, and we make these live shows around the world. I've played in Brisbane in Australia, I've played in South Africa, I'm playing in Cartagena in Colombia. So that's really my passion, absolutely. I find the time also to play a little bit of piano sometime. Yeah.
Wow, okay. Now to finish, do your hobbies or interests ever influence how you approach your job?
Yeah, for sure. For sure, because you know a person is really complete having the possibility to develop experiences in many fields. So when you are working, you are not concentrate only on an item, you get input. I have an input here. I will get something from this experience, I will be back in the office, looking, for example, in that case, new generation are absolutely very important. We need to have relation with new generation. We consider new generation one of the stakeholders of our standardization work. We are looking how to have new people able to participate in standardization. So I get information coming in the school and think about how to develop new projects based on the relationship with new generation. So everything I'm doing, I can use it in my work for sure.
Yeah, thank you so much for sharing your insights and experience with us today. It's been a real pleasure hearing about your vision forward for the future, your personal experience, and UNI's missions.
I thank you very much. It was really very pleased, and you have done an extraordinary job. Thank you very much.